Good afternoon, friends. Today is Friday, April 18th, 2025, and I welcome you to my craft room. I'm Nancy Thompson, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Skaneateles, New York, and I welcome you so you feel inspired to create something and share that creations with others to make the world a brighter place. So come on in, say hello, let me know where you're from. I think I was just 1 minute late today. Yay! So it's been a busy day here in my craft studio. We've had classes this morning and I think I'm organized for once. Yay! So it's Friday, it's Good Friday. Many of you, hopefully some of you have got the day off. Or it's, I don't know, today's a little weird. I haven't been outside. I hate to say it. So anyways, hi Shirley, welcome. So today I have a fun fold for you, a super simple and easy fun fold. We've done it in the past and it's time to revisit it and freshen it up a little bit with some new product that's gonna be released in our online store in the online exclusives on May 6th. And we use this paper on Wednesday. What did we do with them? We created these fun sketch cards. Here's a couple. Here's another one right here. And I have one more. I got one more, I think. Yeah, I got one more right here. These are so fun and easy. And I think, yes, you got the tutorial in my newsletter that went out Wednesday morning. I think it was Wednesday morning. And it also included a second tutorial because those were all landscape cards. And a second tutorial where you're doing a portrait card, you know, with the strips. They're a little smaller, the measurement of the mats a little bit different. So that's in there as well. So today's card, I will have a tutorial for the next newsletter edition as well on today's card. Okay, so let's get started. If you're joining in, come on in and say hello. Let me know where you're from so I can welcome you, and make sure you hit that subscribe button and follow me and ring that bell so you get notified the next time I'm live, which is always 3 p.m. and on Wednesdays and Fridays here on YouTube, and 3 p.m. on Facebook as well on Wednesday only. So okay, let's get rocking and rolling here today because I'm sure we all have stuff to do for our holiday weekend. I don't know, I gotta clean up my craft room. Usually I kind of keep things cleaned up as we're going along, as people are finishing up a class. Not today. We were chatting too much and having too much fun. So what are we doing today? We are using the Impressions of Bloom bundle. Okay, there's a stamp set and die. And let's look at some of this beautiful paper. I don't know if I've got it. Let's just pull out a chunk here. I don't know if it's all here. So here's this pattern right here, and then these beautiful, maybe mummish type flowers. And then we have these ferns with some of those yellow flowers again. Flip side is this pool party geometric background with all these dotted circles. And then we have this fresh freesia with a nice pattern design. Let's see, and here's the flip side of that. I love these flowers. Now these could be fussy cut if you love to fussy cut, right? Look at those. They're not, I don't think they're too bad to fussy cut, but they could be. Okay, so here's this one. Nice new Darling Duck. It's one of our new in colors. It's kind of like a grid pattern. Then we have this one as well. So it has like, so you can have like sections of different colors, okay? And there should be more. Hang on. Let's see. Here's, what's on the flip side? So we did the yellow. So I think this is the last pattern. Did we do this one? I don't think I showed this one. Here's this one right here. These are a little bit more petite with this strawberry slush type design here, okay? And then finally, we have this one right here, these two here. And these are just beautiful with misty moonlight flowers, which kind of looks a little bit kind of along the navy line, but maybe, you know, maybe it's a little secret sea I'm not quite sure, but this paper is fabulous. And that's available starting May 6th, okay? So we're using the bundle. And then the other thing I want to point out to you that we're using today is these greetings for all for mix and match. It's part of the ephemera line, okay? And they're all stamped and everything. So if you're looking for something quick and simple, there's a nice variety of greetings. So there's 1, 2, 3, I guess, let's see here. So there's 2 of this here. And then we have 2 of this. Let's see, I've started to punch one out of there. So let's go with that. 2 of this. You must be 3 designs, 2 each of 3 designs. And then we have this one right here, right there. Okay, I like the black and white. I'm tending to go to that. I would just love happy birthday in a whole sheet of this personally. So these are kind of cool if you really need something simple and easy. And where do you find these? In our mini catalog. And also these came out in the new mini catalog. This is the January through April 2025 mini catalog. And you can find them on page 13. So these are really popular, I think. All right. And there's other ephemera as well. We have some really cool ones coming out in the next catalog that I love. And they even, this is where you can find some sketches to help you create with these. So if you follow along with some of the, these are, ephemera is great for creating like tags or just to choreograph a simple and easy card to do. And in the annual catalog, the 24 to 25 annual catalog, let's see, on page 19 is where the mix and match ephemera stuff starts. So there's some here. This, I love this Simply Said stamp set that goes great with the ephemera, and you can see it broken down a little bit better so you can see it a little bit more. Okay, so check out the ephemera, especially these words. I just think these are fabulous. I think that was it on the, and they even kind of give you some more ideas to inspire you with the ephemera as well. Okay, they used a lot of the mix and match cards and envelopes to help with the creating. Okay, they're meant to like blend with each other and create a bunch of stuff, and there's a lot in there. Okay, let's get making our faux step card. Okay, so it looks like a stair step. Maybe I kind of show you. So here's another sample I got. All right, so it looks kind of like a step. You're right, it's kind of like boom boom boom, right? And it's just all so easy to do, and you're gonna love this card. And then you can open it up, and there's where your message is right there. But it looks great on a mantle. You know, wouldn't that be just sweet on a mantle? Okay, let me share with you how to create this. Okay, hi Kathy, welcome. So we are starting with a 5.5 by 8 inches. Okay, so you cut a half a sheet of cardstock in half at 5.5, and then trim off a 1/2 inch. Okay, so you have 8 inches long by 5.5. Okay, simple and easy. And then we need a second piece that's 3 inches by 8.5. So you can get one card out of a whole sheet of cardstock, maybe a little bit more as well. Okay, so this is 3 by 8 inches, and you're going to score it at 4 inches. Okay, all right, now this one, 3 easy score measurements. Okay, and do I have these memorized? Let me just double check. Okay, I had them right in my mind. So on the 8-inch side, okay, you guys all see that, we're going to start out at 1 inch. We're going to make that small little mini step. All right, score at 1 inch, slide it down to 2 inches. Just give it a slide. Make sure you're flush against this guide here as well. So there's 2 inches, and then we're going to go all the way down to 5 inches. Okay, and that's all there is to it, to making this card. 1 inch, 2 inch, and 5 inches. Okay, so let's grab a bone folder here. And we are going to fold this down, okay? This one will go up, and then this one will go down. So down, up, down. So let's give this a burnish. Burnish this fold here. Burnish it well, because this is what's going to make your card sit nice and not kind of like fly out on you. Hi, Carol. Welcome. Happy Friday to you. Yes. So here we go. Simple and easy. And this one, as I said, this tutorial will be in the next newsletter. So if you're not a subscriber, make sure you go and to my website and hit that subscribe button and subscribe to my newsletter, which will be filled with PDFs. The latest, it'll have a link for the latest YouTube video again. And also what's happening with Stampin' Up, any classes, any specials that I offer, etc., etc. Okay? Okay, that's all we need to do. So let's add some designer paper, okay? And we've already scored this one at 4 inches on the 8-inch side. And so we're going to add a piece of designer paper to this, okay? So this is, let's see, how big is this? Yes, how big? I gotta look at my measurements. It's been a busy day today. Whoops, I forgot to quiet my phone there. So this is going to be 2 3/4 by 3 3/4, okay? Simple and easy. So let's add some liquid glue to this. All right. Adhere this down. There we go. And then we're going to use some tear tape, okay? Make sure I get this right. Okay, this is the front of the card that we just added the designer paper to. So we're going to put some tear tape on the very edge here. And let me just snip it off with my scissors. We're going to do a second one, okay? We're going to put them pretty darn close, okay? I don't want it to be more than an inch, like 3/4 of an inch high. So just really close to each other, okay? Flip it around and let's put a piece of tear tape on this end too. Just one here. And that's it, okay? Remember to always smooth your tear tape down so it releases nicely. We'll set that aside. Then we have 2 pieces of designer paper from that collection. This is the back side of the ferns. And these are 1.5 wide by 2 3/4 tall, okay? So let's add some liquid glue onto here. This card is so quick. Once you figure out all your color coordinations, it goes really, it's so easy to put together. You could mass produce these really quickly. So you see where I put that? That was the 5-inch score mark. Here was the 2, and there's the 1. So we're just doing this panel right here. Just put it on the whole edge. You could go all the way across, but this is going to get hidden, so why use excess designer paper if you don't need to? I'm okay with gluing a second piece. Okay, let's add this right here. There we go. All right, so we have a busy weekend in our house. It's my daughter's birthday this weekend. I hate to say how old she is going to be because that's going to make me feel really old. So this designer paper is 3/4 inches wide and 5 1/4 inches long. And I decided to mount it on a piece of basic white that's, let me think here, 7/8 wide by 5 3/8, okay? I just wanted it to stand out on the pool party just a little bit more because I just didn't feel like that was just enough. But when you put it on here and then on the pool party, it really helps these flowers just pop so much more. Hi, Colleen. Welcome. No, I was on time today. Can you believe it? Oh, Colleen was at class earlier today and made some beautiful cards. here we go. We're going to just put this right here. Okay. There we go. Isn't that looking good? There we are so far. Okay. Okay, so, all right. Yes, Mary Pat's birthday is on Sunday, on Easter Day, but we're celebrating tomorrow with her and her boyfriend's family, so that'll be a fun day. Hopefully the weather cooperates a little bit. Okay, I should have, so pretend this is the front, okay? So we're gonna just center this here, okay? So I just open it up, all right? And I've got my, you see, I should have like left it. See how you want to make sure you don't put tear tape too far up because I don't want it to go past my fold there. All right, does that make sense? I don't know if you can see where the tear tape is, a little bit right there. So you want to keep it within the folds. You don't want to go back up here. So we're going to just center this onto this flap, and I just kind of eyeball it. You want it flush with the bottom here, okay? Because remember, this is a shelf card. We want to just, you know, just want it to be flat. You want to be able to sit on the shelf with ease. Okay, so next, this makes it look so complicated, doesn't it? But all we're simply going to do, we're going to fold up the card. All right, I've got that all folded together, and then we're going to just secure it to the back side here. So we just got that folded. We're going to take the tear tape off. That's why I like using the tear tape. It just makes it, and then we're going to start from this fold so it stays nice and flush and even, and just center that, okay? Or just fold it over so it secures it. If you feel like, oh, I got a little bit hanging off there, you know, maybe I'm just going to trim this just a hair. Nobody's going to know. There we go. Okay, so look at that. It's just sitting nice. And the more you keep, I think it's important to make sure these are burnished super, super well. Especially the ones on the front. Then it just sits that, oh, just that little bit of burnishing just made that card sit so much nicer. Okay, let's decorate this part. So I did some die cutting and I couldn't decide because I have some other designs to share with you. And I was just kind of mixing and matching with the flowers. And so I think what we're gonna do, because this first time I'm doing these designs like this, so I think my thought process is to have like 2 flowers like that and throw in some leaves somewhere. So we'll tuck in some leaves, some green leaves. And then we're going to pull in this ephemera, okay? Because we're making this card super, super simple. Thanks, Colleen. I know, class is the best. You guys feed my soul when you're here. Okay, which do we want? I was thinking, I love the black and white. I'm almost thinking this. Let's go with this. I think that would look cool, right like that. So I think that's what we're going to do, okay? And, you know, I forgot to do something. I miss cutting some cardstock. And I don't know. Hang on. Let me see what I got here. Okay. Oh, I gotta share something more with you guys about Easter, okay? So, yeah, when we're done, I don't want to forget about it. Okay, so let's go with that. We can move this out of the way. And I think we can. And I love storing my ephemera. These are clear stamp cases. You get these in the catalog. You get 4 to a package, which is really nice. Okay, so I think one flower is going to be flat. So let's do this one flat. And then we'll raise the other one. Let's kind of stick that right there. And then let's use dimensionals with this, which I need to grab. And, oh, I didn't do that. See, I ran out of time last night. I was supposed to get another set of samples done and I didn't get it done. Okay, that's this weekend's project. Anyways, okay, so let's add these on. You don't know what I'm talking about, but okay, let's do this. And then let's raise up this as well. But where do I want dimensionals? Okay, let's add a little glue here. Add some dimensionals here. Okay. That'll work. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, and I need a bow, which I was going to do linen or twine. I cleaned up my desk way too much last night because nothing's here. All right, yep, I moved the baker's twine because baker's twine would have been good to use. I used baker's twine, but we'll use one of these silver and white sheer ribbon bows. This will work just as well. I'm gonna pop that on there. Okay, and then let's do this. Give these a little trim. Okay, and then we need to finish off the center of our flowers. Do we want that? Did I do some whites? I did not. I like that. I'm not sure about the pink. Let's see here. I think I like that, but it needs, we're going to do a double layer. I have another box here. I got 2 boxes rolling here with all kinds of fun goodness. So I have the Blackberry Bliss. Yeah, that's just not doing it. Okay, I think we'll just go with the pink for now. Maybe I can switch it out afterwards. All right, so we're done with that. Let's get that out of the way. Do you like the double flower? What do you guys think? Well, you're maybe answering that. Let me add this one on. And then I need to cut some more paper because I didn't cut the liner. I thought I had everything ready. I need to measure. So this piece is 5 1/4 by 2 3/4. Okay, so this is going to be basic white. Hopefully this is long enough. Yes, all right. So 2 3/4 wide by 5 1/4. Okay, and that is it. Nope. Let me take that back. We need some decorative paper, right? To trim this up with a minute. What do I have here? What's that? Nope. Okay, it's Friday night. What's everybody do on a Friday night? I usually stamp. Well, until summertime. Once summertime starts, then we're out with the car. And then I don't get anything done. Okay, so we have that, and oh, I got a piece of pool party. All right, that'll work. So we've got our paper here. Let's decorate up the inside here a little bit. Add some glue here. We'll add a strip of some designer paper right there. And let's do this. So what are you guys thinking? Would you make this card? Are you finding it easy? If you can't wait till the next newsletter, you can just replay this, and because I've set all the measurements that we need. Is this long enough? Oh, yes. All right. We're in business here. I need to refill my glue bottle again. It's almost empty. I feel like I must be making a ton of cards. Or I'm using way too much glue, because it's like almost empty again. All right, let's trim off these little tails here. We'll add it to the inside of our card. Here we go. Open this up. It doesn't like stay open like a normal card, because it's got this sticking out. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. All right. Okay. We'll just add this onto here. Just wing this. And this. There we go. Let's add some gems. Don't you love this? Happy day. Oh, happy day, right? Just perfect. I know I have gems out. Here we go. So let's do some gems here. Let's put a nice big one right there. Let's put another one up here. And we'll put one down here. There we go. And I put some designer paper on my envelope flap already, and we just need to trim around the outer edge. And then we're going to have a beautiful card all set and ready to go. A couple birthday cards I got to get out so they go in the mail tomorrow. All right, here we go. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. So, I wish you, there we go. All right. Hi, Pat. I'm early. Can you believe it? All right. Love the card. Yes, Colleen, it is prettier than in person. Okay, let's look at the other ones again. So I showed this one at the beginning. So this one you can see. So I like the baker's twine with it. You know, it just, I don't know, looks good. This one I just added, it's the stems part of the dies, where you've got like, do I have a set of stems here? This is what's on there, okay? You can kind of barely see the stem part. And then I did two of the die cut flowers. And this one, my cardstock is embossed. You guys, I use the exposed brick with that one. All right, and then layered it onto some pretty and pink cardstock. And then inside, simple and easy. And then look at this one right here. So this ephemera, it just had the outlines of the words, and I use my Stampin' Blends. I use Dark Daffodil Delight, and I colored in the words there. So, and then you can see the difference. Here, I didn't mat the embossed cardstock. It's just on there flat. But in this one in particular, because I used strawberry slush, there just wasn't enough contrast, and I needed that little hint of the pretty and pink to make it all pop. Okay, and finally, this is my favorite color combo, and this has a ton of flowers on it. Look at all those beautiful flowers, and use some embossed cardstock there. I definitely would, if I were doing it again for like a class, I'd mount it on some cardstock. I know they're coordinating. Probably that Secret C would look really cool. And then just like a bouquet of flowers, I just tucked in, like, you know, some of these. Where's the littler ones? And these petals, tucked them in underneath the bigger flower. Use a couple of those greenery stems like this right there, and tuck them in. Tuck, tuck, tuck away, right? But anyways, and then here's the inside. But this was so much fun. I was kind of like, so here was the inspiration. This is the card that inspired me to go back and revisit it again with this new beautiful suite of products and redo it, because I need to incorporate the stamp set and dies more than just the designer paper. So Anyways, so okay, let's see if you need to order anything. There's just go to my website, createwithnancy.com, and click that shop now button, take you right to my online store. And if you're looking for online exclusives, that's all the stuff that's not in the catalog, okay? Especially going forward with the new catalog. They kind of moved a lot of our staple items into the online exclusives. Oh, excuse me. I'm tired. Let's see. So they're moving it to, like, there's a lot of stuff that's moved to the online exclusives category. So always check that out. There's lots of good nuggets in there for you to look at and find regarding product. Okay. And let's see what else. I guess that's about it. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining in and being with me today. And just remember that if you're ordering, make sure and you want to participate in the new reward system, you have to opt in, okay? So make sure to opt in that you want to be part of that reward system, because you earn 10% for on any $20 or more order, okay? So if you do a $20 order, you're going to get $2 in rewards back to spend on a future purchase. It's not on that current order you're on, but the next order you place, you can redeem those rewards, or you can bank them and save them for, you know, maybe you want to save up for a certain bundle or whatever, okay? So don't be afraid. Don't miss out on earning those rewards, all right? So no more host codes. They are gone, done, out of here. So, okay, have a great Easter. Oh, and if you have questions about ordering, don't hesitate to message me about it, all right? You just need to be able to log in, have a, register your account, and then just order away. So have a great Easter weekend. Don't eat too much chocolate, and just enjoy family, friends, and with each other. So take care. See you next Wednesday for some more Creative Ink. Bye-bye.